Hello students, welcome to English class. I'm your teacher, Mr. Oza. This is Credit Recovery English 3, and it's time to do classwork number 2. We're going to be studying this movie called Moonlight. Very excited to get into this topic, so here we go. Instructions for this assignment: all you need to do is watch this video. You're doing that already, so great job. After you're done watching this video, you're going to watch the movie Moonlight on Netflix. If you don't have a Netflix login, then you can just contact me either by texting me or calling me, or just letting me know on Google Classroom, and we can get you a login so that you're able to access this movie. And then once you are done watching the movie, you're going to complete the classwork number 2 Google Doc on Google Classroom. So pretty simple instructions, just 3 steps to finishing this assignment. All right, so just a quick reminder, make sure that you have completed classwork number 1 if you haven't done that yet. One of the things we talked about on that classwork number 1 assignment is why should we study African American films in the first place? So just to go over those reasons, first of all, one of the best ways to learn about another race or ethnic group is through their fiction. By seeing people just in these stories going through situations that you might have experienced yourself. It helps you empathize with different groups of people. It helps you feel empathy for people in various situations if you're able to see them, in a cinematic way. So you can also learn about issues within this specific community. So specifically today, during this movie Moonlight, we're going to learn about the LGBT community within black culture. And also, these are just great movies. Why study African American films? Yes, we have all of these reasons that we can learn from, but also they're just amazing movies made by some great filmmakers. And we'll get into some of the accolades that this movie has received coming up in this video. So Moonlight came out in 2016. Some of the themes: black masculinity, LGBT community within black culture, exploring sexuality, something that we see from the main character, also drug abuse and the economics having to do with drugs, and also poverty specifically within the United States in Florida and Georgia. So some pretty interesting themes. Think of these and just kind of have these in the back of your mind as you watch the movie, because these are kind of the main topics that the filmmaker is trying to get at, the kind of main topics that the filmmaker wants you to pay attention to. This is one of the promotional photos for the film Moonlight. Just amazing image here. I'll get into the details of what's actually happening here, but just take a look at it, soak it in for a second. We'll talk about this picture more in just a moment. Talk about the critical reception of this movie Moonlight. It's got a 98% score on Rotten Tomatoes, which means the critics, like the actual people who have made a career out of reviewing movies, have given it a very favorable score, 98% on Rotten Tomatoes. If you're familiar with that website, you know that that is a pretty excellent score. Metacritic, which is a similar website, it's just aggregating all sorts of scores from these people who have, again, made a career out of reviewing movies. It's got a 99 out of 100. And here in bold and underlined, and I'm going to circle it, this is probably the #1 accolade that any movie can receive. It was the Oscar winner for Best Picture. And that is like the top honor that any movie can ever receive. So the fact that it is a Best Picture winner is definitely a good reason to watch it. Also won a Golden Globe for Best Motion Picture Drama, and it's kind of regarded now as one of the best films of the 21st century. So I'm excited that you'll have a chance to watch it. All right, the main character of this film is a character named Chiron, and here you will see the main character in 3 different pictures. All right, this story is told in basically 3 long chapters. All right, we're going to see Chiron as a young child, as a teenager, and as an adult. You will see this young man Chiron exploring sexuality, navigating drugs and poverty and going through some family struggles as well. So very interesting image. And if you remember from a few slides ago, we saw the promotional photo for this movie Moonlight. These three images all kind of photoshopped together. So that's where that image comes from, the three different actors who played the same character. And his name is Chiron. All right, we have two pictures here of Kevin, but we do see Kevin in the 3 chapters of the film. We see, a young Kevin. This is teenage Kevin, and this is adult Kevin. So just like Chiron, we actually see the 3 phases of Kevin's lives as well. And he is one of Chiron's friends, one of his only friends, and he lives in Miami. And seeing the two of them grow up together is, a big main idea in the story. So that's Kevin. All right, next we have 3 other important characters, 3 people that are involved in Chiron's life. So first we have Teresa, a supportive figure in Chiron's life, just a supportive friend. Although she is, significantly older than Chiron, still a supportive figure. Juan, who is a bit of a father figure to Chiron. And then we have Paula, who is Chiron's mother. So these are 3 important adults in Chiron's life. All right. Now it's time to watch the movie. How are you going to watch it? It's on Netflix. Again, if you don't have your own login to Netflix, then don't worry. We can get you logged in. All you need to do is contact me using my contact information in the description below, or just sending me a message on Google Classroom. That works too. Quick content warning. Definitely want you to be aware that the movie is rated R. There is swearing. There is drug use in this film. All right. There is a sex scene. There is no nudity in this film, but still, if you feel uncomfortable watching any of these scenes, then please skip them. If you feel uncomfortable watching this movie altogether, like I completely understand, I don't want to force you to watch this if the themes make you feel uncomfortable. So just want you to be aware of what you're going to see. I do think that it's an excellent movie, and you're really going to learn something. The drug use, the sex, it's not gratuitous. It's not there just for the sake of being there to spice up the movie. Like, it really does add to the movie itself, and I think that that you'll really enjoy watching it. But again, if you feel uncomfortable watching these scenes, please let me know, and we can find an alternative assignment for you to do. After you're done watching the movie, head into Google Classroom, go to your Google Classroom page, and you're going to click on Classwork number 2 if you haven't done so already. All you need to do is complete the Google Doc and turn it in. And so let's go over what the assignment is actually going to be. All right, the first question, it's a pretty simple assignment. As you're watching the movie, I want you to write down 3 things. Something that you thought was interesting. Some sort of music that you liked. There's some very interesting music in this film. In some movies, the music is like really up in the front, like it's really a big feature of the movie. So if you feel that way, definitely share which parts of the music that you liked, like which scenes, which music did you like. Were there any specific characters that you liked? Did you have a favorite character that you were kind of rooting for throughout the story? Were there any specific actors that you liked? Was there anything about the film that you didn't like? Of course, I want you to share that opinion. Do you have any questions about what you saw? And then as you, turn this assignment in, then I'll be able to answer those questions. And then perhaps most importantly, I think the real big one that I want you to consider here at the bottom is, did you notice any connections between the movie and the, quote, real world? Making connections between fiction and the real world is, that's what it's all about here in English class. So if you're able to do that, then mad props to you. All right, question 2, you're going to see a long list of questions to choose from. These are questions based on the plot, all right, based on the plot of the story, basically asking, how did you react to certain scenes? You're going to see a big, long list. I think I have at least 12, 13 questions. All I need you to do is to choose 2 of those to answer. You can answer as many as you like, but at least answer 2 of them. All right, the third question, what does water symbolize in the film? I think the filmmaker uses water as a big symbol. So symbolism in literature or in film is when a relatively simple concept or image represents a much bigger, a much greater idea. And so water is a very important piece of symbolism in this story. Notice all the scenes with water, whether it's, Chiron washing his face, here you see him as a teenager, here you see him as an adult. Whether he's just washing his face or if they're by the ocean, if they're in the ocean or sitting near the ocean, what is the greater concept or the bigger idea that water represents? Very interested to hear your reactions on that one. And then finally, question 4, what can we do to support the Black community? What can society in general do to support the Black community? And then secondly, what can society do to support the LGBTQ community? So a couple big questions there. I know those are not the easiest questions to answer, but after watching this film, I do think that you'll have some ideas. I think that you'll be able to give a couple of good ideas for how we can support these two communities that do need our support. All right, so I want to thank you for watching this video. If you have any questions at all about this assignment, if you need help getting a Netflix login, then just let me know. Contact me, my cell phone number here. Call me, text me. You can send me an email if that's what you prefer. You can phone call, a text message. If you want to do FaceTime or if you want to do a Zoom call, then I am available almost, not every day, but almost every day between 12:30 and 3 p.m. On school days, of course. So I want to thank you again for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed the movie Moonlight. It's one of my favorite movies, and I hope you enjoy it too. Thanks for watching, and have a great day.